today we're going to be talking about layering. All right. And, oh, hi, honey.
Hi. Love it.
The general's here. So our garage is a complete mess, primarily because we were getting our sign fairies. What'd you call it?
It looks like your office.
Oh, that sounded like a little bit of a jab. God, I'm so upset. So we're getting. That there are three components that I want everybody to think about and consider when they're setting up their yard sign. So there's three components. The first one happens to be your stakes, your yard stakes. Okay, we have 30-inch, we have 24-inch easy stakes, and we have 12-inch easy stakes. So the dynamic of height plays into this. Okay. The second component that I want you to really consider about is the height of your letters. Some letters are 18 inch, some letters are 24 inches. Some themes are 10 inches high, some presents are 14 inches high. So I also want you to think about, while you're putting this together, the height of the actual theme, okay? And I forgot the other one, hold. I remembered it now. The other one that I want you to think about too is when you have themes on, let's say, a 12-inch stake, okay, you're going to have the different height of the actual cupcake, and then next to the cupcake you're going to have maybe a heart that might only be 9 inches high, and then you're going to have a theme like maybe a small star that may only be 6 inches high. So I want you to think of that depth as well in the same area as it relates to the stake, in this case 12 inches. Okay, so those are the three components that I want you to think about when you're thinking and actually installing via layering. Okay, that's all I want to say. So today we're going to be talking about three different types of stakes. Okay, we're going to be talking about the H stake. The H stake in this case is a 30-inch H stake. Okay, so think about it, 30 inches. Okay, we're going to have two 24-inch stakes. All right, we have 30-inch, we have 24-inch, and then we're going to have 12-inch easy stakes. 30, 24, 12. Okay? So when we think about layering, I want you to think about layering from a height perspective, and then I also want you to think about layering from a front perspective, right? When you're looking at an actual sign, okay? What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go outside and I'm going to put together half of what our yard signs look like. And what I mean by that is, instead of spelling out happy birthday and have two ends, I'm just going to do one to make it easier. So we're going to have letters on 30-inch stakes, and then we're going to have a name in front of those stakes. Then we're going to have accents on the left side of the large letters, and then we're going to have accents down below. Okay? Just to give you an idea. One of the things that we will talk about is we have a formula. We're not saying that it's right or it's even correct, but we have a formula on how we do happy birthday signs. And some people do them differently, and you can do them any way that you want. But what we like most about this, based on our pricing model, is because we're flat rate, is that we can have the same look and feel, but different types of themes spread all over the yard. So what doesn't change is the way that we actually style the happy birthday, okay? But what does change is the themes associated with it, all right? And that's how we've defaulted to creating our themes, creating our layers, and then creating our depth. Let's call it that way, okay? Remember, think about 30-inch H stakes, 24-inch easy stakes, and 12-inch easy stakes, okay? And then I also want you to think about the size of your letters, okay? So, check it out. All right, do we see how that works? Now what I want you to think about, all right, as you're looking at this, you're gonna be standing up. I'm 6 feet tall, okay? These bottom ones are all on 12-inch stakes, okay? They're all on 12-inch stakes. The ones behind us, I would say, are probably need to be up a little bit higher. All right? Now, why do they need to be up a little bit higher? They need to be up a little bit higher so that you can see over the tops of these. No. Okay? All right? And then on this side, right, what I could probably do is when you look at this, you're going to see in the front, you're going to see your smaller signs with the flower pot and the rainbow, followed behind a larger sign that's a present. To the left is actually a cupcake that's not as high as a 30-inch stake and a smiley face, okay? A love face. So when you look at this from a distance, I should move the chair, but do you see how almost everything with the exception of the purple present is, you know, to your eye? Now, if I move over here, it's gonna be different, but you don't read stuff like that. You read it straight on, and you're gonna set it up as if someone was straight on. Now, you know, what you probably want to do is push that down a little bit, or the O is up a little bit too high. But does that make sense? Because when you sit down and you look at it, it's layered. Now look at it from a side perspective, okay? Now, you can tell that the mo is not straight, but you can tell that the day and just about everything else is straight, okay? So if I was going to fix this, I would say that I would have to move this E more up front. You see what I mean? So the idea behind layering is that the height of the stakes and the size of your themes and your letters should play a big part in how you design your sign. Now, on the right side of Mo would be the same exact scenario, just a different cupcake, just a different present, probably the same unicorn and things like that. And then on the back, it would say happy birthday across the whole thing. And then in between, behind the Mo, I might have like 4th or 11th. And I'll put in some screenshots of some of the stuff that we're doing, okay? But layering takes practice. And you need to look at it from the perspective of probably being 6 feet away, okay? In your mind's eye. And what you'll notice is to my left of Mo, there's 4 themes, right? Now, to the left of Day, how many? 5. Now, I can't explain to you why the 4 looks off, but to me it does. So if I was going to remove this, does that take on a completely different look? I think that it does.